Nightmare when you lose your home. Tonight, the defenders investigate whether a Houston mortgage company may be making mistakes that are turning homeowners into the homeless.
11 News investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski is here with some of their horror stories. Jeremy?
Well, Lisa and Greg, they say they did the right thing and were all paid up. But homeowners we talked to say the company, Litton Loan Servicing, lost their payments, damaged their credit, and in some cases, the company now wants their home. How could it happen? Take a look.
We are bombarded by choices in our busy lives. Want a burger? There's Whataburger, Whopper, or Big Mac to name a few. What about talking mobile? Just take your pick of many different plans. And if you don't like the service, take your money elsewhere. But that's not how it works.
You don't have a choice.
In one business, as Charles Lyons found out.
You're stuck.
He's talking about the mortgage industry and the common practice of loans getting sold from company to company.
The only way to change is to totally refinance your mortgage.
But the single father of two didn't have the best credit to refinance, so when Houston-based Litton Loan Servicing bought his note, Lyons had nowhere to go. And this homeowner wanted out.
Oh, I was pissed. I was very pissed.
Thank you for calling Litton Loan Servicing.
Angry because of a $1,600 payment Lyons made using Litton's own automated service.
According to them, my bank refused the check.
But Lyons had proof Litton cashed it. Yet on his credit report, his account appeared past due.
I had a big black mark.
Other hard-working homeowners, like James White, say it had gotten much worse.
And they want to take my house. I don't know why.
At the Whites' rural East Texas home,
I have saved everything.
His wife, Gail, goes through records she says shows her account was up to date.
I have faxed receipts over to these people 5 times.
Yet she claims that didn't clear matters up.
I don't know what they've done with our money.
And White says the ordeal tarnished her credit, too.
We tried to have the home refinanced. Nobody will touch us.
In the end, a foreclosure notice came in the mail.
It's a mess.
The Better Business Bureau's Dina Turner says hundreds of complaints have poured in against Litton Loan Servicing.
The complaints that we are seeing is the consumer's worst nightmare.
What's the Bureau talking about? First, misapplied payments, money paid in, not getting posted to the account. Then, late fees tacked on because the account appeared past due. Ultimately, in some cases, it pushed homeowners into foreclosure.
We have not seen they've cleaned up the mess.
Ultimately, Litton got a final warning from the BBB head himself.
Get your act together or we're going to throw you out of the BBB.
So what did the company do? Litton Loan resigned its membership, saying the BBB wouldn't listen to its side of the story. But the Bureau and an industry expert say the complaints they're seeing against Litton remind them of another company that got in major trouble.
Fairbanks Capital. 2 years ago, federal regulators fined the company $40 million for what they called unfair and deceptive loan practices.
Not putting payments in the right account, charging people late fees, not relenting on those late fees.
He's University of Houston professor Howard Carger and the author of the book Shortchanged.
Litton is using essentially the same tactics as Fairbanks used.
The company says it's never engaged in deceptive practices and claims it's not under any investigation. But the professor maintains one is warranted.
State and federal regulators need to come in and look at what is going on.
I know that I did nothing wrong.
That would be welcome news.
They took the money, I got the receipt.
To Patrick Keys, who says he dropped off payments in person at Litton headquarters, but despite this receipt confirming so,
they're saying several months later, we didn't take your money, and we're going to sell your home.
I need a card, $6,000.
In fact, Keys' home came within hours of hitting the auction block. And what did it take to stop it?
I'm in front of a judge to get a restraining order.
The 24-year-old got the courts to, at least temporarily, save his home. And what does the company have to say? Litton Loan declined to go on camera, but sent us this statement saying the BBB's complaints are a tiny fraction of the hundreds of thousands of loans they handle. Litton says they take every complaint seriously and quickly investigate and resolve them. And the company says they strive to work with homeowners and saved $70,000 from foreclosure last year alone.
And Litton also told us it does not make a profit from foreclosing properties, but actually loses money that way. Now, what about our homeowners? Well, Litton says it previously handled Charles Lyons' complaints and that he had been satisfied. As for James and Gail White, Litton says it tried to resolve problems with that couple, but they refused to talk with the company. And finally, there's Patrick Keyes. Well, Litton says it offered to forgive $5,000 of his mortgage payments, but Keyes refused their offer. And Lisa and Greg, Keyes' case is actually awaiting trial, but Litton has asked the judge to throw it out. We'll let you know what happens.
All right, Jeremy, thanks.
You bet.